Alright, what's up? So Samsung has finally joined the game with a true gaming monitor with their Odyssey G5, G7 and G9 range of monitors. What we've got here is the Odyssey G7 27-inch version, and this is an unboxing video and a first impression. So we're gonna go through the whole thing, see what's inside the box and give it a go on our really good MSI gaming laptop. So the features we have on this device, it is a VA panel. It's a 1000R curve. Now that's the only thing about this monitor that has been a bit contentious with a lot of users. Everything else in these specs is right up there with the top models in terms of performance. So it's Samsung's QLED technology. It's 240 Hz. It's 1 ms response time. It's G-Sync compatible, AMD FreeSync as well, and something that you don't get in this price range of monitors is HDR 600. So this is a brighter display than a lot of its competitors, which are normally HDR 400 or not HDR at all. Quite a nice package. Granted, it's a VA panel, which means it may not look as nice as an IPS panel, but that's what we're going to find out. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. I'm just too excited about this, you know. This has been a long time coming. Everything that's going on in terms of stock problems and just the issues we gamers are facing in terms of trying to get stuff. So there's a stand, more bits for the stand, a little bit more, power cable, documentation. I think that's the back plate cover. And here it is, the moment of truth. Well, that is an aggressive curve. We'll find out whether that's going to bother me.
Look how confused he looks.
What is this warning about? How does that make any sense? Look at this, where's that? Just, what, don't hold the handle from there? Should I take the sticker off? Do I keep it on? Something gonna explode when I take it off. Well, after about 15 minutes of trying to put together the bits, I don't know whether we're just being stupid, but this was very hard. Maybe it's been a long day at work. Okay, so we finally built it up. I'm just gonna do the final bit of cabling. Just a couple of more components and we're good to go. So it does come with an adapter plate. So if you want to take this off and use standard, I don't know, desk mounts or wall mounts, you got one of these. And it comes with a bag of screws as well. So Samsung have thought about that. Okay, so we've got a power cable, 3-pin UK, but it does have European, sorry. That's in the box as well. I'm not going to be using that. I have a DisplayPort connection here, but I'm going to be using my own HDMI cables later anyway. And I don't know what this is. We've got some kind of, I don't know what that is. There's a USB there, and that goes into the monitor. We're going to plug it in, and we'll see what that does.
Can someone explain what that is? Please leave a comment below if you know what that cable is.
Sorry. Okay, so DisplayPort, I'm just going to plug all these wires in and then we'll test what capability Sam's laptop actually has in terms of connections. And if we need to change it later, we'll change it, but just for the sake of completion, I'm going to go through this. Okay, 3 cables are in. Then we have, this is interesting, just to see if you can capture this. We've got a little thing here that goes over the top, like so.
Hook for the cables.
That's a more technical term. And then I've got to try and feed these cables in there so they go back up. That's what the thing says, the manual says anyway. Same here.
It just protects it from being tugged. So if for whatever reason the cables get pulled from the bottom, it won't damage the connections.
That obviously don't work. Yeah, let's do a swap.
Yeah.
Okay, I have given up. Really struggled. We've got a our expert, wiring expert here, he's gonna try this.
There we go.
Beautiful. Good job.
So this display looks beautiful. Come check this out. We've currently got it at 144 FPS. We haven't been able to do it to 240 because I think this requires a firmware update. The cables we have aren't really connecting properly, so we'll have to check that out another time. But if you look at these UFOs closely, it's really sharp. But just the difference of this compared to my laptop, I think it just looks brilliant. The size, that's perfect. The curvature, I have no problems with that curvature. We've quickly tried playing Call of Duty on it. I think it looked really good. I didn't have an issue. The sort of distance where it's pretty much arm's length, it looks really good. So in terms of the screen itself, you can tilt it a little bit side to side. When you come to tilting it up and down, here we go. Height wise, I think it's got plenty of height. That's the height, and if you wanted to lower it down, it goes pretty far down. Here we go. So obviously ergonomics wise, you want to keep the top of the screen to your eye level, which it does, and that's perfect. So one thing I dislike so far is the size of that mount. That is massive. Now obviously you need a lot of desk space for it. If I was to put it here, I will struggle to get anything else. So it kind of feels like it needs to be on the side, so it's all the way away. That's something to keep in mind. It requires a big desk. You can't put this on a small desk. Even on a small desk, like, you get too close anyway, so you do need a bit of distance with this sort of size. This nipple button, it's really difficult to actually make sure you're pressing on this. There you go. You keep messing it up. It's not that easy to use. So my impressions of this monitor, it's really nice. I think the size is perfect. The curvature to me looks fine. There is a little bit of a distortion, but rather than distortion, I think it's more of a something I'm not used to, having a curved monitor. So for me, I played a game of Warzone, Quickly Plunder, and to be honest, I didn't mind it at all. Like, the curvature, I think it's just right. It's just at the perspective that a human eye wants to see. But I'm sure for some people it's not as comfortable as it was for me. But this sort of size of the screen, this close, you need a bit of curvature to immerse yourself into it. If it was flat, these edges are going to go back, so that's not good. So build quality feels quite good. There's two things I didn't really feel that were robust. One is the cover at the back. So if you come around here where we're doing this cable management, the cover on the top here, that felt a little bit soft, if you like. This piece here, that was a little bit scary as well, because the way it made a sound, it felt like it's cracking. Managing the cables was quite difficult. Other than that, it actually feels really, really good. The quality of the screen itself, I mean, I was amazed. I could see dark spots in Warzone, which I've never been able to see on my monitor or other monitors I've connected on, which are nowhere near expensive or as high tech as this, so I understand why. But the brightness on it is beautiful. The sharpness is really nice. Refresh rates, I mean, that's perfect. If we could get it to 240 Hz, we can see how much it's leading and, you know, trailing behind any movement. So overall, it's a really nice monitor. We've got a few settings to figure out still, which is not something you want to do when you unbox your technology, whatever it is, a monitor. You want to plug it and play it, really. It feels like it needs some sort of update, so we'll check those out. And then we'll do a detailed review where, if you want anything included in that, please comment below. We'll make sure we capture all your requests. So yeah, subscribe, describe, and leave a comment of what you think of this monitor and what you think we should do with it.